all of our stories and how we came into this, that we each have unique experiences. And we've come into it in our own unique ways. And it is really wonderful to get to hear everybody, because it is so diverse. And there's a lot to understand. Isn't there a ton to understand? So what we want to task you with, and what we want to talk about, is the idea of becoming aware. Because it all boils down to, how did we become aware? What led us to bigger understandings? We, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes that awareness comes through crisis. And certainly with Serena's story, we understand that element. It doesn't have to come that way, though. We can do that for ourselves. Whenever you start a process like that, like this, there is no going back. When you open that door and you start to see, and you see what is out there, and you do start to become aware, you can't really shut that off again. And so what we would like to do is, first of all, just kind of share some of the ways that we experience awareness already today. And let me just start by saying, I have a really good, well, we'll use my poor sister as an example.
She's not here. Right?
That's right. She will never know about this. All right, well, maybe they will.
You too.
Right? My sister is, she's actually pretty psychic. Except for she's very psychic, actually. She never really denied that in herself. Except she was never aware of what was going on around her. She was a waitress, and that was really not a good combination. She wouldn't be thinking as she was holding something about turning around and thinking somebody else was there, or setting down a drink. She's not looking to see if there's something in the way. She's just setting it down, and she was always creating chaos and disaster because of her lack of awareness. She one time went through a 7-Eleven window with a car because she was not aware that she was in drive rather than reverse. That was her sister. Because they don't give her a license anymore. Right? And the whole point was you're not actually taking the time to breathe, to pay attention to what is actually happening around you. You're moving so fast, your mind is in one area, you think that all of this other stuff has to get taken care of, and you're not really present in the moment. You're not paying attention to what you need to pay attention to actually get where you need to be. And so awareness is key. When we're looking at clairvoyance and we're looking at the psychic abilities, we have to start being aware. What is happening around us? What are the messages that's sending us? And what do we do about that? How do we discern? So we all get those kinds of things. We become aware.